Well, welcome into the Celluloid Collective. My name's Jerry. I'm one of the co-founders, and if you're new around here, basically what we do is we take old film and cameras and try to bring them back to life, and today is no different. I'm going to be cleaning up my own Pentax Spotmatic, so I have a close-up here for you as well, and so you'll be able to see kind of some live switching. I'm eventually going to be going live doing all of this, but for now I'm just showing you what we got. And so today what we're going to do is we're going to clean up this camera. This was given to me a while ago, and I never really cleaned it up. And then when I did a test a couple weeks ago, I realized that the seals were busted, so let's go ahead and kind of jump into it. If you've never done this before, there we go. If you've never done this before, it's not super difficult. I picked up a seal kit here from a person on eBay, and so the seals are already pre-made for me. And the reason I did that is because I didn't want to cut them all down and everything. But first what I'm going to do is I'm just going to get some of this gunk off here. So I'm just using a little bit of Pancro. You could use any kind of just basic alcohol that you have, but today that's what we're going to do because that's what I had sitting around. And I'm not going to spray it completely on the camera, but I am going to I want to get into some of these cracks, and this thing is just really dirty. This camera's from around the 60s, and it was given to me by my wife's uncle, and this was actually his family's childhood camera, which is kind of cool. So his mom had taken kind of all of their photos on it from way back when. And when he gave it to me, he was like, I don't even know if it works. And now I've probably shot hundreds and hundreds of, well, not hundreds and hundreds, but at least 100 rolls of film through it in the last kind of 8 or 9 years. And I love this camera because it's very clunky, but it's super mechanical. And so that kind of mechanical aspect of it allows you to really feel when you're taking the photos. And for me, that's just kind of, I kind of enjoy that. Oh, I just realized we're not in that view, so let's go back to that. And I really like that because it allows me to know that I'm actually doing something. And so if you're new around here, we use a lot of old stuff, and the reason that we kind of do that is so I think when we first started out in this industry and taking photos and making films, Kenny and I were always talking about how hard it is to get started in here because it seems very expensive. And while that might be the case for some of this kind of stuff, it doesn't have to be that expensive. So this camera, I don't know how much it is today, but you could probably pick one of these up, and if it has busted light seals, then you would be able to fix it. So we're already seeing that it's pretty gunky in there. And so that's a lot of the stuff that we're kind of cleaning off of it and getting it all off of there. I need to grab Oh man, it's already getting so much better in there. So this camera, you will find a lot of these around the internet and kind of sitting around in different places. And one of the things that I think is great about this, if you're new to film photography, is that it is very inexpensive for the lenses. I don't know when it was inspected, but we're gonna go ahead and take that off of there. So it's very inexpensive. The lenses are M42 mount, and so basically what that means is they're screw mount. M39, I believe, was Leica's version of it, so it's a little bit different threading. So if you have a Zorky or a Leica, we had a couple of Zorkys that were floating around for a while. They're kind of a cool camera, but if you have these M39 lenses, you can kind of pick them up cheap, especially like the 50 millimeter and stuff like that. And they're threaded, so the only negative to that is as you're just screwing them on, and so sometimes they do back off, especially if you're using a lot of follow focuses and things like that. I've used these cameras or these lenses for multiple features now, and I really just dig them. They're a little softer than modern lenses. There are 0 autofocus functionalities, so if you're looking for that, you might as well look somewhere else. But other than that, it's really good. So there's also a little bit of like old paint and stuff on here, so I'm gonna try to get as much of that plucked off as possible. Maybe at some point I'll try to repaint it, but not today. I'm just gonna get some of this off so it'll stop flopping around. It's probably a good time if you're still watching. If you like these kind of videos and you want to learn more about film photography and how to make it a little bit more financially accessible for you, then please give us a like and a follow, and drop below anything you'd like to learn. One of the things Kenny and I like to say is we don't know everything, and so you might know something about this camera that I don't know, and so yeah, if there's something you know about it, please drop it down below for the community. It helps to spread the knowledge and all that kind of stuff. So we are starting on the outside of this camera, and the reason I'm doing that is because I want to get most of this kind of finagled away before I open the back, and so I have some compressed air here. I'll be able to get some of it out of there, but I don't want it to kind of fill up. And yeah, this camera is... Oh man, she's an old one. The shutter on this camera still works great, which I love. Also got some compressed air here, so. Ooh, sorry. Probably gonna be able to see in high def now with taking all this gunk off the viewfinder here. This is this is an SLR, so it's a single lens reflex. The reflex just means it has a mirror inside of it, and so you can see upright. If you were using like a twin lens or something like that, then you would have an upside down viewfinder. So up is down, down is up. So that's something you can kind of get used to. Okay. All right, so let's get down here into some of this gunk. So you can probably see right in here that there's a lot of just like gunk and stuff in there. And I've been wanting to get that out for quite some time. And so we're gonna leave the lens cap on and just see if we can get rid of some of that stuff. Oh yeah, nice. Yeah, it's got a lot of gunk in there. You know, I'm sure that this is probably the first time it's been cleaned up. Well, I know it's the first time it's been cleaned up for me, and I've had it for about I don't know, 6 or 7 years. I think this is when my wife's uncle gave it to me 6 or 7 years ago. So it just gets all your fingerprints and things in there. I think you just forget how much kind of gunk you have on you all the time. I'm not going for the, you know, complete full overhaul kind of thing here. I'm just trying to get it, because this is my personal camera. So I'm just trying to get it to a place that, you know, I can get all this old residue off here. I use this camera at least kind of weekly. So I have a lot of love and care to it.
I'm moving the car.
All right, so I think this gets us pretty good. And just gonna get some out here. I don't even know if these ports, so there's ports here for kind of flash and sync. I don't even know if these work anymore. I've never used them. I'm not a big flash guy. I'd rather, yeah, I've never really gotten into it. And so maybe that's something I'm gonna have to push myself with in the coming years. But yeah, it's never really spoke to me. If you do use flash, drop in the comments below like what I should be looking for. Even film or digital, it doesn't really matter because it'd be the same kind of principles for the most part. And but yeah, I'd love to hear what you all love about flash. It's just never been something on my radar. I think for one, it was just a little bit more expensive, and so I never really went into it that much. But all right, we're gonna take a little bit of break. I'm gonna open up the back of this here, and then we're gonna start replacing the seals. So we have everything kind of cleaned off, so it's a little bit better than it was just a minute ago, and now we're gonna open up and look at the seals. So let's check those out. So the seals in the back, you have a couple here, and what you're gonna have is, oh, there we go. So we're gonna have one up here in the top. We're gonna have one right here kind of on the door. We're gonna have one down here in the bottom, and then there might be one over on this side. I gotta look and see what all they provided us with, so let's check that out really quick. So here is our seal kit. Like I said, if you've never done this before, don't feel intimidated. It's really not that big of a deal. You do want to get as much of the old out as you can, so make sure that you get as much of the old seals out. And this little scraper here really is stuck in there. So making sure we scrape all those out, so that's what we're gonna kind of start with. And then I'm gonna get some tape really quick, because I want to cover up the shutter door, or the shutter curtain, so I don't accidentally poke it. So if you've never kind of opened up the back here and checked it out, because you've been, why ever you didn't do it, let's check it out real quick. So in the back, when we advance this, you're gonna see this curtain kind of moves a little bit. Oh, ow. And then whenever we press the actual shutter, it's gonna open and close. So if I take off the lens cap here, or the body cap, there is no lens on it right now. And then, so I'm gonna advance it here, and then you're gonna see it open and close really quick. And basically what's happening is when it opens, it's letting that light through there so you can expose your film. So we want that to be there. If you've ever had one, sometimes you'll get little dots all over your images, and sometimes you'll get little dots all over your images. And whenever you do have that, sometimes you might have little pinholes in your shutter curtain. So that's another way to kind of figure it out. So we're gonna cover this up, just so I can keep as much of this kind of loose debris out of there as we can. I'm using paper tape here. I don't want to use anything that's super, super sticky because I want it to come right back off. And then I have just a little straight edge here, and so I'm gonna start scraping away some of these seals. All right, so I'm gonna prep the back of this up, and we're gonna take another little break so I can get the seals ready. Let's do it. All right, it's seal time. Whoa, it's got really bright in here. So I work inside my garage, and the light fluctuates throughout the day, and I think it's already starting to go away, but we'll get it as it goes. All right, so here we go. So we have 3 seals here. So we have our 2 back seals, and then we have our 2 kind of side seals. And like I said, I don't know where that other seal actually goes, because I'm gonna have to look it up. Because the one down here, and actually, oh no, this one is still kind of fuzzy. It's a little thicker than the normal one was. So this was our side seal here. Oh, we're on the wrong one. This was our side seal. And so we're gonna start with that one because we have it here on the side. Let me make sure I have all of my dust out of here. And, oh yeah, that's completely cleaned up. So these seals are very, very sticky. I have used these kind of pre-made kits before. I've also cut my own. It's just a lot of back and forth to kind of cut them on your own, and so I really don't do that as much. Oh my god, these are so much thicker. Like, okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna start with this, and the way that I usually do it is I just pull a little bit of the actual adhesive off. I don't want to pull it all off because then if I do, sorry, it feels like I'm just like glowing in here, which is what I am. But so I'm gonna pull a little bit of this off, and then we're gonna have this little stick so we can actually kind of wiggle it into place. So let's do the first one here. If you do all this correctly and you go slow, then we should have a successful reseal, and then we can get rid of those light leaks. But if you watch the gaff video, I was able to capture light leaks. That was all I was able to capture. So I'm actually grateful that this camera was not sealed, like the seals weren't working, because it actually let me know that that camera was, or that film stock will work. But okay, so we're gonna take that off. Ooh, I'm gonna use this little cardboard prop here. Oh, that's perfect. Okay, so let's get this in there. When I was doing this earlier, I got like this light on bouncing off the window here. Before I was doing this earlier, you could close the back door and it was like nothing. And now it's really kind of tight, which is nice. And so I'm gonna let this seal get nice and solid in there, let the glue firm up, and then I'm gonna go take it out for a little test ride. All right. So if you have any questions, make sure you drop them down in the comment. I appreciate you stopping by today. I hope you enjoyed this little bit of a process where we get to slow down and kind of talk about the mechanical workings of things. I know I'm excited to get back out there and make sure this all works. So check out next week. Check out the new videos that are popping down below. Make sure you like and subscribe. Share this with somebody if you enjoyed it, and I look forward to seeing what you create. Have a great day.